Thank you very much. Yeah. I do love your legs.
I know, I'm like, no, I didn't.
Fine, do.
See you, Gary. Thank you. Yeah, I do, it's not like, yeah. No, it doesn't. See again, well, dancing like. Right, yeah. Hey, space on. Yeah.
Alright, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and call our meeting to order at 7:02 p.m. We can start with a moment of silence, please. And if we can do this in memory of Lois McClure, who was the first female mayor of Albion and recently passed. If we can stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
The United States of America. And to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you happen to have a cell phone with you, please make sure that it's on silent or off, please. Can you first name over, take roll call first, please? Councilmember Williams. Reed. Here. Stewart.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Davis. Here. French.
Here.
And your Snyder. Here. Do I have a motion to approve of the agenda?
So moved. Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So this evening, we are going to start off with one presentation. I have Michael Stout with our Michigan Waterway Steward here with us. And he is here to give us some information and acknowledge some of our community partners that took part of our recent cleanup in our Kalamazoo River.
Thank you. My name is Mike Stout. I'm the president and founder of Michigan Waterway Stewards. Our mission is to protect, to care for, and improve Michigan's treasured and vulnerable waterways for the benefit of fish and wildlife, recreation, and sport. Our goal is to make Michigan's waters the end of the Great Lakes and remove all litter and trash and make our rivers navigable for recreational and sports use. So we're off to a great start. I'd like to take this moment to recognize and give thanks to those who made the summer event possible. We had an event here in Albion. I think it'll last for about maybe 3 months with the work, the celebration in August. And, you know, we picked up hundreds of pounds of litter and trash. We cleared all riverwide obstructions from west of Albion College to the far end of town. And that's the first time that's been cleared in, I hear, 20 years. So it's nice to have that accomplished. And we were able to completely clean and clear the pedestrian bridge under the McClure Park area. And that was a Herculean effort. And that was done through the efforts and support of the City of Albion and Zix Body Shop. So having said that, I'd like to, first of all, thank the city and Rotary Club of Albion to invite us to be a part of the community for much of this summer and early fall. You guys have much to be proud of, and the hospitality was just first class from the very beginning, and the outpouring support was unprecedented. You guys had something special here in Albion, so I wanted to say thank you for that. I'd like to recognize a few people within the city of Albion, in particular public services. Jason Kern, he's the director of public services. He was the one, he was the one that provided the approval and the resources for the heavy equipment to get some of the large trees out of the river, which otherwise wouldn't be possible. And by clearing those, he cleared some natural collection sites for litter and trash, and they pose a dangerous navigational risk for the recreational paddlers. So also like to thank Mike Riddle. He and his team cleared over 20 truckloads of woody debris. That's huge. That's huge. And this event's success was largely due to the support of Jason and Mike. Also like to thank Lindsay Rourke, the assistant to the city manager. I don't think she's here, is she? But she was instrumental in connecting us with the Albion Community Foundation, Riverfront Development and Environmental Fund Grant. And also Vivian Davis. I'd like to thank you for your support in connecting us with Blue Oval Battery Park. They're a major sponsor of this event and made this possible. So thank you, Vivian. Yeah. Also, the heavy lifting was made possible with the support of Zix Body Shop. He brought his tow truck out there and we were able to winch up some large trees and pull it up the hill and make heavy work of it. Then the city of Albion stepped in for the rest of the several major projects. I'd like to thank Albion Rotary Club for the invitation to ask us to lead this event. First of all, I'd like to thank James Siddell for his exemplary community leadership, and Jackie Gutierrez, close, for the coordinating Albion College summer students, and Dave Huber, a volunteer extraordinaire. I also like to thank Albion Community Foundation. As I mentioned, they were the first to financially support this event. When someone gives money, gives support, be a volunteer, you see the momentum. So I'd like to thank them for their generous support. Also, the Albion Area Philanthropic Women, we have Emily Cox here to represent them. I'd like to thank them and others and for their financial support. They were our largest sponsor, and Emily not only was representing the philanthropic women, but she got in the river for a couple of days and showed us what she's made of. So thank you, Emily. They had mentioned Ford Blue Oval Battery Park. Thank them for their generous support. I'd like to thank the Rotaract Club of Albion College, especially Alex Cotez, for grant writing, planning, and working with other students in the Albion College. We had teams of students there, the professor there in the water, making good work of it. Also, there was a family, the Masternick family. I don't know if you know who they are, but I think we had about 8 children in the river, in the shallow area. And they're just having a ball, picking up glass, and under the supervision of the parents, of course. But they really had a great time. It was great to see the very young be a part of these types of stewardship events. They'll always be part of the memory, and we're all about creating current and future generations of environmental stewards. I also want to thank the Scouting America and Playwright Sports for their volunteer support. And before I say goodbye, I want to call out Anthony Cox. Anthony, I don't see, there he is. He spent at least 7 weeks with us in the water with chainsaws and loppers and pruners, grooming the trail of the river and the mill race for navigational use. So he was recognized not only for his great work here, but our #1 steward or volunteer for all of 2025. And I mentioned James Seidel before, but he's a very quiet, modest man, but he's an extraordinary gentleman, an extraordinary community leader. So I want to make sure I thank him and for his reaching out to us and working with us and becoming a really good friend. Thank you, Jim. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming and helping us.
So just want to take a moment again and thank the city for your amazing community spirit and civic pride. You've got something special here. And it was our pleasure. Just want to take a moment to say thank you and recognize a few of the key players. So thank you for your time.
Michael, I know that helped you, not only the agencies, but our businesses. So if you had any part of helping with the cleanup this summer, please stand so that we can give you a round of applause.
Yes, that's really special, so.
The city of Albion does appreciate all the efforts because as you said, it is a heavy lift. There's a lot of work that needs to still be done in the Kalamazoo River, so that I'm sure that was just a the expert.
It demonstrates the phrase many hands make light work, you know, so, thank you.
Appreciate you for coming up tonight.
All right, thank you.
Right, next, I will go ahead and open up our public hearing for the CDBG grant funding proposal at 215 Superior, 217 South Superior, 300 South Superior, and 105 West Porter Street. It is 7:11 p.m. If there is anybody in the gallery that would like to stand and address council in regards to the properties and the grant proposal, you may come forth, give us your name and address, and 3 minutes is yours. Let me do it on this. All right, seeing no movement, I will go ahead and close our public hearing at 7:12 p.m. Next, we are going to be asked to approve resolution 2026-04. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move. Support.
Attorney Harkness.
So as we discussed during the study session, this is essentially the same resolution that council has previously voted on. As the city manager indicated, the reason it's coming back before you is because funding was not granted the last time around, and so this is a application for a CDBG rental rehab grant for 1.1 million for the properties listed. At least 51% of the units rented to low and moderate income persons and should renovate approximately 10 apartments.
City manager, do you have anything to add?
Mayor, this is a wonderful project for our downtown. It represents 1.1 million in new investment in apartments in our downtown. The administration highly encourages city council to adopt this resolution.
Any questions from council? City Clerk Domingo?
Councilmember Williams,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Stewart,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
French,
Yeah.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Public comment. If there's anybody in the gallery that would like to stand and address council in regards to an agenda item, you may do so at this time. Come forth, give us your name, address, and 3 minutes is yours. Seeing no movement, do I have a motion to approve of the calendar items?
So move.
Support. In your packets, you have our January 20th study session and regular session minutes. Any questions? Edits? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2026-01 to amend the council rules of procedure?
So moved.
Who supported?
Support aspect.
Okay.
She made the motion, I supported it.
Okay. Attorney Harris.
So as we discussed during the study session, this is a pretty simple modification. We're moving closed sessions from the beginning of the meeting to immediately following the second public comment. The idea being that the public will not have to sit through a closed session and for an indeterminate period of time to see if they'll get to participate in the rest of the meeting. Some people obviously give up and go home. This will allow for the public to participate in the entirety of the meeting, and council can do this closed session at the end of the meeting. We've also added a potential action item in case following the closed session, just in case the council needs to act on something following the closed session.
Any questions for our attorney?
I just
I just want to say thank you, in the interest of the audience in terms of having to sit here long hours, sometimes after, waiting for the end of a closed session. So I was still thinking of you and you did that.
City Clerk Domingo.
Councilmember Reed,
Yes.
Stewart,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
French,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Do I have a motion to approve the board of applications for Ben Wallace as a reappointment to the EDC board and Barb Lane for initial appointment to the Albion Arts Commission?
So
Support.
Any questions? We do have Miss Lane here with us this evening, and she would like to come forward and just introduce us. Many of us have seen you. Just a little info about yourself.
Yeah, I'm just really excited about supporting the Arts Council. I think the work that Mary Slater initiated is wonderful for the city. And I'm here to help make it work.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate your time that you're gonna put forward on this board. All right. Mayor Pro Tem, I'm sorry, Barb.
No, I was actually gonna address, Mr. Ryan, you had your chance to voice your disapproval. You missed it.
He knows what to do. Can I say something? Do we have any council member, questions for Ms. Lane? All right. City Clerk Domingo?
Councilmember Stewart,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
French,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Do I have a motion to approve the 2025 Planning Commission annual report?
So moved.
Support.
In your packet, you have information on the meetings that the planning commission held in 2025. This is an annual report that they must submit at each year. That gives you basic information. So then, did you go to anything?
Yes, Madam Mayor, members of council and public, under the Michigan Neighborhood Planning Act, there is a requirement that our planning commission deliver annually a written report to the council and, the public regarding all the activities the planning commission undertook for the year. In this report, you will see different properties that were looked at either for special use or for development. We also keep track of the attendance of our members. And so this is an annual report. I welcome any questions or comments you might have.
Any questions for our city manager? City Clerk Domingo?
Councilmember Ross,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
French,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Stewart,
Yes.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Do I have a motion to approve the engineering services for West Pass Street project?
So moved. Support.
City manager?
Yes, Madam Mayor, and members of council, in your agenda packet this evening is a request for to enter into engineering services. This would be construction engineering for our West Gas Street project. And just to let the public and council know what this entails. The city was successful in securing a $715,988 project to rehabilitate, reconstruct West Cass Street from Ann Street all the way to I believe Albion Street. What this project does is, and what this proposal does, is allows us to enter into an agreement with Whiteman to perform construction services. As we stated in the earlier study session, there are two types of engineering services. One is design engineering and the other is construction engineering. Construction engineering is that portion of the project which includes inspection and construction staging. So the administration requests council approval to enter into this agreement for $102,400 with Whiteman to perform construction engineering for West Gate Street.
Any questions for city manager, Mayor Pro Tem?
Yeah, thanks. So this is 2 blocks that we're spending $750,000 on. Are we gonna at least be able to evaluate the rest of West Cass? Because it's in just as bad shape as those 2 blocks that are in this home.
I think we'll have Director Kern explain in detail.
Those are all getting completely redone too. So that's part of the water improvement system project.
Okay,
It stopped at Ann Street,
okay.
and there's no way we can just leave those.
Yeah. Okay, so this is part 2 of a
Yes,
2-part project.
right. This is, so we were able to capture funds from MDOT and apply it to Cass Street because it's a major road. So just to finish it.
Thanks.
Any other questions for city manager or Director Kern? City Clerk Domingo?
Councilmember Davis,
Yes.
French,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Stewart,
Yes.
Frost,
Yes.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Do I have a motion to approve of the engagement letter with Manor Costerison for our audit?
So move.
Support. Director Cross?
Thank you, Mayor, Council. So this is our latest engagement letter. Like I mentioned in the study session, our audit is to begin on the week of March 23rd. And this is a 3-year engagement letter from our auditors. They're out of Lansing. And it has an option for a 4th and 5th year. I also put together a chart, or not a chart, but a spreadsheet that shows the last 2 years' costs for the audit, 3 different sections. The base fee for the audit, the single audit fees, and then the annual report that needs to be filed with the state. And I showed what the increase was when we signed the last engagement letter, which was for 2 years. It was a 5.75% increase. And again, that audit engagement letter was for 2 years. The audit firm has given us the ability to sign up for 3 years and take an option for the 4th and 5th year. And so the increase from last year's a little over 4%, and for next year, it would be about 3.9%, and then 3.7% for the year for 27. 3.6% for 2028 and 3.5% roughly for 2029. And then it shows anytime we have federal expenditures for a program that's over 750,000, we're required to have a single audit. The first single audit would cost 5,000. If we have a second single audit, they lower the fee to 3,500. For 2023, we had 2 single audits. 2024, we had 2 single audits. And I'm anticipating 2 single audits for this year. And then, of course, there's a report that's filed with the state by 6/30 of every year. And it gives all the financial information for all of our firms. That's required. So my recommendation and I did want to point out one more thing. If you read through the audit engagement letter, the last page has what's called a peer review opinion for the audit firm. In a sense, it's an audit of the audit firm. And it's done every 3 to 5 years. I can't remember if it's 3 or 5 years. I've been through these myself, but so this states that the auditing firm that we're using has a clean opinion and they do things the right way, basically. So that's also good to know about the auditing firm. So my recommendation is for the council is to take advantage or sign up for the 3 years and possibly take advantage of the 4th and 5th year. If we lock in 5 years now, ultimately we will spend a lot less money. Last year or the last engagement letter, they only gave us a 2-year option. This year, they're actually giving us a 5-year option. So I can answer any questions.
Councilman Frost?
Thank you, Mayor. Director Clark, I think you went over this in the study session, but if you would mind again, explain to us the relationship between the percentage increase values there?
Yeah, so this is on the base fee of the audit. If we just had the audit and had no federal monies that were over 750,000, then we would just have the base fee audit, and that's auditing our financial statements, all of our funds. And then delivering an audit report with their opinion. The increase is based on the prior year. So the 2023 audit base was 40,000. The 2024 was 42,300. That's a 5.75% increase of the previous year. And then it's like that the whole way through.
Right, I see it declining, is there a point where it stops declining? Now?
They're only giving us a 5-year option, so after that, I'm not sure what's gonna happen for 2030. Okay, yeah, that will have to be negotiated at that time before the 2030 audit.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you very much.
City manager?
David, would you, for our public's benefit, explain the purpose of an audit and the requirement from the state of Michigan for municipality and have an audit?
okay, so whether you're a city, village, township, it's required that a third party, outside party, come in and audit your financial statements. And again, it's required by the state. And they audit the financial statements to make sure that they're in conformity with accounting standards. And they give an opinion on it. And they also will write up a report and they will detail out any major problems. But they're here to audit the financial statements that the city presents. They're not their financial statements, they're our financial statements. And they're here to give an opinion on those financial statements to make sure that the city books are in conformity with the standards that are required. So it takes a little work to get the financial statements in order to present to the auditors. And it also takes quite a bit of work to prepare the work papers. So when they show up for the audit, they have work to look at. And from my experience as an auditor will test a percentage of a certain aspect of what he's testing. If he finds that to be okay, then he'll move on. If he finds a problem with it, he'll dig deeper. And that's what an audit is. And once he's done, the firm is done, then they will write up 90-page report that will detail all the financials of the funds, the financial notes to the financial statements. And then the last section of the audit report is the single audit work. So that's basically what they do.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you have a question?
Thank you. This is out of ignorance, but I remember when I first looked at the numbers, I thought, man, that seems high, and I wonder how long this audit takes. And you explained that it's basically, I think you explained that it was a week and a half on site, and then some follow-on work.
Right.
And so I guess the follow-on question there is this the normal price for an audit? And I figured it was, but I didn't.
The work they do here on site is just a percentage of what they do. They have to go back and construct the financial statements. The work is not done once they leave. They will have questions, we'll send them more information, sometimes they'll come back. And we really don't see the audit report till maybe the 1st of June, even though they start the audit the 3rd week of March. And then council will get it presented 2 weeks before it's reported or it's due to the state, and then they'll go back once and they'll do the F-65 report. And then we try to get everything in by the due date. And then the state gets it. If they find something wrong or don't agree with it, like happened last year with the deficit elimination report on our equipment fund, then I'll get a letter or a email stating that they want more information, or in that case, it was a deficit elimination plan. And that is something that we will have to follow up until that deficit gets removed or taken care of in the equipment fund. But that's just standard.
Thank you, and one more clarification, I wasn't sure, is there a potential, given all the work that you're doing beforehand and providing information? You alluded to how it's in our best interest to make sure we have all of our ducks in a row, of course.
Right.
But also provide all the information to the appropriate level of detail, does that ever help us, like, can it come in lower, or is this essentially?
Well, I don't think the audit will come in lower, but if our financials are not ready to go and they have to do work to get them to that point, then it's gonna cost a lot.
Okay, so it's additional on top of this.
Right, right. If they have to start making, if you read that engagement, there's one section talks about making journal entries to get things in correct balance for all the funds. If they have to start making a bunch of journal entries, then it's so much money per journal entry. So we work hard, my staff and I work hard to get those financials looking solid. And if we find stuff during the audit, while they're doing the audit, then we try to make the entry ourselves, and we don't let them. We bring it to them and say, hey, we found this. We're gonna make the entry so you don't have to. So, but a lot of work goes into getting them ready, getting the financials ready, and also providing the work papers that they want to see to do their work. So,
Thank you for explaining
yeah,
that.
no problem.
Councilman Frost, did you have a question?
No, ma'am.
Any other questions? So Dave, the language is for a 3-year contract with 5-year option.
Yeah, so it's for 25, 26, 27. You have an option to go to 28 and an option to go to 29.
Okay.
And once we approve up through the 5 years, if that's what you want to do, then those fees are locked in. And, you know, who knows what's going to happen with inflation and all that kind of stuff, but professional work is expensive. I mean, just look at our engineer, right? The people are the white, and they are expensive. And so to be able to lock this in for 5 years, and we're happy with the auditor, and my staff works good with them, and we know each other well, I think it's a no-brainer. But that's just my opinion.
Mayor Burnett.
I would move that we approve a 5-year contract with this accounting firm, so we'll have to prices.
Support.
So we've already had motions for that.
Just a question. So when you say lock in, does that mean it's locked in as of 2025 at 4.02%?
Yeah, so the prices you see on the spreadsheet that I gave you, these are the prices for the base audit. That's the first column. And then the prices for the single audits will be the same. But again, there may be a year where we have no single audits. And there may be a year where we have 3 single audits. It just depends on the amount of expenditures that we expend for federal grant money. Now, for 2025, we've got close to 13.5 million, but it's only on 2 programs, right? So, and that's for the sewer, and that's for the wastewater. And then the F-65 is probably gonna be about the same. That's based on the time spent to do it. You can see the year in 2024, it was lower than the $2,000, but I just anticipated the $2,000 fee. So I couldn't list what I thought, what the single audit fees were gonna be, because I just don't know. We'll have to wait till 2026 is over.
So I understand. I was thinking the lock-in would be as of 2025, but it's as of what is stated for the next.
That's right. So every year goes up just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Director Clark? Senator Guida?
Councilmember French,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Reed, Stewart,
Yes.
Frost,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Do I have a motion to approve the Parks and Village allocation, report and request?
So moved.
Support.
Okay, so this is our annual Parks and Millage, or Parks Millage and Recreation Allocation Report from Calhoun County. As I discussed in the study session, we originally were going to transfer $50,000 over to the general fund to help with the match on the Riverwalk project that was supposed to start and finish in 24. It got delayed into 25 and it's still delayed now for environmental reasons. So the money was taken and used for different projects that were related to Stoker Plaza. The total there was $55,173.61, so a little bit over what we anticipated. And then for 2026, our allocation is gonna be $31,636.89. And so when you take what we had left and we add that, then the report also wants us to show what we anticipate using the 2020 for 2026. And Jason has done a nice job laying all that out. He can come up and go over that. And then once the council approves that, we'll have to send that to Calhoun County and it's up to them to approve it. I don't see a problem with it as long as it's park related and recreation related. So I'll let Jason come up and explain what he wants to do or what we're gonna do with it for 2026 allocated.
Good evening, council, mayor. As we said it before, we plan on spending 65,000 or 6,500 on the cement for the small pavilion at Victory Park, taking it out and replacing it with newer, thicker cement. We're gonna spend $7,000 to pulverize the road throughout Victory Park and make it smooth, just like we did for Rieger and the cemetery. We're gonna spend $15,000 on the fence for pickleball court around at Holland Park. I'm also gonna check to see about maybe doing a wood fence and also maybe a vinyl plank fence as well. We have some different options to look at. $3,000 to finish up the bathrooms at Harris Field and the concession stand, making more ADA compliant toilets, sinks, stalls, as well as changing station, baby changing stations in both bathrooms. And then $5,000 to do the sidewalk at Mulder Park, just to tear it out and just start over. And then $30,000 for the 2 large area Exmark brand mowers. That's what we have in our fleet currently. That's what we run. They're one of the top of the line mowers. And so the 2024 years, we'll sell those at an auction once we replace them. They're below 1,000 hours and that's where we want to stay before we send them to auction to get the most of it fast we can. So it's looking at 66,500 for the expenditures for the Parks Village.
Yeah, Councilman Davis.
Last year, I think it was last year, we talked about installing cameras in the park. Was that ever the parks? Was that ever done?
Yes, we already installed, we actually have 22 cameras out that are already deployed. Public safety has access to them and so does DNR.
Any other questions? City Clerk Domingo?
Councilmember Williams,
Yes.
Reed. Yes. Stewart,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
French,
Yes.
and Mayor Snyder.
Yes. Future agenda items, anything council would like to see? Or may need? No, alright. Public comments, if there's anybody in the gallery that would like to stand and address council. You may do so at this time, come forward, give us your name, address, and 3 minutes is yours.
Juanita Solis Kidder, 1211 Edward Street. Mental Cook is coming up Sunday, I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, but this is the match, but still want the game. So 12:30 to 2:00 at the First Baptist Church on Haven Road. We still need cooks, you men that are able to and want to participate. We don't say no to any guy. Show up and people come and eat. it's a big community event. It brings everybody together to share a meal. And the funds the funds that we raise go to beautifying Albion with the benches, the gardens, the flowers, and all the other things that we do with all our volunteers. So I welcome everybody to come. Here's a flyer. So, and I had a water leak in my basement. And I'm happy that I got a new water meter in the process, even though it wasn't the city's thing. I had to, take care of it with Mr. Plummer. But anyway, I'm happy with what they did to come out and shut off my water, so I didn't drown during the night or something. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to stand and address council? Okay, seeing no movement, city manager's report.
Yes, Mayor. Several items that have flown through my desk and the city manager's office. One of significance is the proposed city manager contract for Cheryl Mitchell.
Terry.
So I will be talking to some of our council people to try to finalize that. Other than that, I want to extend my sincere thanks to our staff. For all their hard work, both inside this building and outside. We're working hard at our new meter program. Jason's doing an excellent job in, along with Ken, trying to get the meters on, installed. Of course, we've been bombarded with a lot of snow and ice. Jason's done an excellent job of trying to find the right balance of salt and ice prevention. So, and I know Dave is been working hard, so. Again, while we don't require white shirts and ties for our staff, department heads, we'll talk about that on another occasion, but. Thank you for all your hard work. That's all I have.
Any questions for our city manager? All right, council member comments. Mayor Burton?
I'll just say that it's a pleasure having such expert staff at all levels running our city. It makes our job as city council people much easier when we know that we have a very well-oiled machine. So I want to thank all department heads and their staff and our city manager for doing such a great job.
I agree.
Yes, I would like to echo that, a comment was made to me, this week that, like what's happening on the council and it's kind of boring. You don't have fireworks going like it's, so, that's a compliment. So thank you.
I know we talked a little bit about our street improvement project on Cass Street. That's just one of many that we have coming up in the city, starting in the spring. Out in the foyer, there are maps of projects that are gonna be happening. We did secure the Opportunity High School for a town hall meeting on March 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. So the upcoming road projects are gonna be a topic along with an update on our dam proposal for the Kalamazoo River. That will also be brought up. Our engineering team from Whiteman and Associates, along with our directors, will be available to help answer any questions from our residents. This is a good way to find out ahead of time what's gonna be happening in town. Last year, we had a lot of projects, moving parts going on. It was an extra challenge with our bridge closures. We don't have to worry about that this year. So the detours should be a lot easier, but still, there's gonna be detours that people will have to navigate. So if we could spread the word that this is an opportunity for our residents to get out, ask questions firsthand, so that there's not misinformation running about our community. Please, I ask each of you, in whatever means you have, whether it's a newsletter, social media, make sure that your constituents are aware of this meeting so that we can get the most informed folks ready for our spring projects.
What time is that?
6 to 9, March 7th at the Heights. I don't think there's anything else. Do you have nothing to
Just a quick thanks, I echo the same stuff, I really like what's going on here downtown in the stores and about the leaders, but we already said that. I wanna say thanks also, that our agency directors here, thank you for coming, it's nice to see the participation and an EDC board member here and to the citizens who are here, it's really cool to see so many people, the young adults, I don't know. But that's awesome, so thank you for being here. I really like that involvement, participation, so thank you.
Exactly. And, you know, a huge thank you, I know we've said it before, but to Director Kern, you guys, your crew, getting snow removal, not only the streets, the sidewalks, the salt, the liquid deicer. You can really tell the difference where the salt was and where the liquid deicer is, because that liquid deicer works so much faster.
Yeah.
And it's so much cleaner. So we are, you know, I think ahead of the game when it comes to utilizing that technique. So thank you to all of your team. Right, anything else? Do I have a motion to adjourn? Support. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned, 7:47 PM. Thank you all for being here.